Did you check her phone?
I don't think I ever did.
So how do you know she wasn't a sim?
Because I just know.
Okay, there are signs.
A
Yes.
man just knows.
Yeah,
There are signs,
Yeah.
except you're dumb.
Yeah.
Look, I choose not to talk, right? It doesn't mean that I don't see or I'm blind or I'm not aware. I can see them. But the thing is, when you are confronting a woman, even when you have facts like this,
Still try to
they go still scatter. Am. So you understand? So why go through all that stress when you can just have peace and just play dumb? You understand? Just keep quiet and let the whole thing play out. So I feel like, why do I have to? Okay, so take for example, let's use you as example. You went through your ex's phone and then you showed her that, oh, I saw this and this, and then she turns everything to war. Why would you check my phone? There's that emotional blackmail.
I checked her phone and then I saw that she was cheating.
Yes.
Like, she can turn into war now. The relationship is over. Now. You don't finish now. Ah,
What
she
turn
war.
out to war?
She turn out to war. No problem now. There's no issue. Turn into war. I check your phone. Well, is that what's really important? I caught you cheating on me, and what's important to you is the fact that I checked your phone. Like,
Peace, progress, and prosperity. Always remember, you are not alone.
And again, gentlemen, we are back again. It's another episode of this podcast. It's a very, very calm and beautiful day in the blessed city of Ibadan. As you can see, this is IB City right behind me. Such a wonderful view. And I'm here at the top of Mokola Hill at New Culture Studio. Shout out to New Culture Studio for the space and the time. And today with me is a brother of mine, a friend, a long-time colleague, right from school. He's an OAP, a station manager. He's also let me not cast him. Let me not say too much. Let me not cast him because he's a low key person. He likes to be low key. All these people that have money and they don't want to shout. So, ladies and gentlemen, today with me on this podcast is Jay, R292.9 FM, OAP, and station manager.
so
Thank you very much for coming. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so today I want to I'll tell you, let me start off with the reason why we are discussing this topic with you.
Okay.
It's because I feel like you'll be experienced. In the sense that as a fine boy, you would have served a lot of breakfast.
Okay.
And you would have also received
A lot
of breakfast.
Okay.
So now, in the previous episode, I've talked about dealing with breakfasts are normal, they're okay, they're good, they are normal stuff.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about moving on after breakfast. We've addressed the issues, the process, the emotions that you go through. When you just got served breakfast, denial, anger, all those, the whole process, the whole shebang. Now, we want to talk about moving on. So, let me start by saying, what was your first experience with breakfast ever? Ever?
Okay. First experience.
Why you dey laugh?
I'm laughing because it's funny.
Okay,
It was a long time ago,
it doesn't matter.
and the reason why it's funny is because it was when I was in secondary school.
I think that's usually everybody's first breakfast.
Okay, so let me just say something that let me just spill the tea a little bit.
Okay.
So when I was in school at the time, I was juggling two.
Bad guy. You see what I say? Can you see what I said? You have
So
experience.
that was the first time I experienced my breakfast, and
Okay.
it was not, unfortunately for me, it was the one that was
really
from
liked.
the one that I really liked. So that one ended. I ended up with the other one,
Okay.
and then I went back to that one that served me breakfast. But that was much later.
Okay.
That was much later.
Probably after
But
school.
after school, yeah,
Okay.
like 7 years after.
Okay.
So now Fabale serves me.
Another round two, which was brunch, breakfast and lunch together.
Crazy, but that was my first experience, secondary school, and then afterwards, immediately after secondary school, I think in 2011, I was with this chick again. Everything seemed like they were going on, things were going,
Cool.
only for her to come over to my house, and then she told me that we needed to talk. And at the time,
It's never a good sign. Guys,
so
hold on, sorry.
okay.
Guys, anytime a girl tells you we need to talk.
Or a guy.
Or a guy tells you, wait, why guy?
Yeah, guy can call his babe. We need to talk.
Oh,
It
okay,
also
guy
means
to oh,
that,
okay. Anytime that issue comes up, we need to talk. Just know that it's never anything big. Like if it has to get to that point where your partner calls you and says, we need to talk.
Yeah, it's never.
Otila,
Yeah, just
I
prepare your
hear you.
mind. Just
Just
prepare your
prepare
mind.
your mind.
So she now the thing was she didn't tell me that we need to talk way before. It was when she got to my house, she now told me that J Alpha,
We
we
need
need
to
to
talk.
talk. I was like, okay. I sat down. I was even shirtless. Sat down, and then she
Chilling.
stood. I did not expect it at all, and then boom, she
You can
served
no
me.
longer continue.
Because I was shocked because I was like, everything was good. We're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So what was her reason? What
She,
was the reason she
I can't remember. I can't remember the reason she gave me, but she served me. She left. I even saw her on her way, and then she was crying. She had to stop clean her tears, and then she left. I was at the balcony watching her, like, what's going on?
wait,
Kí ló
she was
ṣẹlẹ̀?
one who broke up with you.
Yeah.
And she was the one who was crying. Okay, I think there's a thing that women do. They do that thing, they do that congruency testing. They test you and say that let's break up.
Mm.
So if you say yes, cool, fine. They're like, oh wait, so he can let go of me that easily. So I think that's like them getting heartbroken. Probably that's what happened there. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I've experienced that thing a lot. A girl breaks up, a woman breaks up with you,
Mm.
just to see if you're going to fight for her
Mm.
and say, no, this is it, let's fix it. But the moment you say no, that's it.
Mm.
Okay, fine, bye-bye.
Mm.
It breaks her heart that, oh wait, he can let go of me that easily. So maybe that was what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you move on? What was it like for you afterwards? What did you like? What did you do? What happened?
Okay, so after then, what I did was I don't think I contacted her, or maybe I did. I can't
No
remember.
contact.
Actually, yeah.
No
I
contact.
was still even
That
going to get to
no
that.
contact.
So the kind of person I am, I'm not the kind of person that would try to call you back. Or although I've done it before, when I was in university, I did it before. But I mean, you know who? But
Okay, I think
I
I
did it
do.
then.
I think I do.
But at the time when this happened, I did not try to take her back or fight for the
Fight for
relation.
her, yeah.
No, I did not. She ended it. Cool. Let's
And that
move
was
on.
it.
I told the guy that actually introduced us both. I told him, and then he started briefing her on my behalf because it was like it did not make sense for her to break my heart like that. But
Okay, so wait. What let me ask you this. The,
yeah,
the question is still, how did you move on? What
yeah,
happened to
yeah,
you? Like that's internally
mm,
as regards your emotions.
yeah,
What I really want to know is at that point
mm.
when you say, okay, I was served breakfast. How do you measure it? Like how do you say, oh, okay, this is very painful, or this really hurts, or this it's not it wasn't that serious?
All right. So how you measure it is how much you like this person.
Is it how
Now,
much you like or your level of commitment?
your likeness determines your level of commitment. If you don't really like
Mm.
this person, you won't really commit to them.
True, true.
So
What
your level of likeness actually determines
means
your level of
how well
commitment.
committed you are to the
Yeah.
person.
So
So your level of commitment is what determines how hot the breakfast is when it is served.
yes, because when you're committing, you're not just committing money, you're committing your heart, your
Emotions,
energy,
time,
time,
energy,
effort, all of that. So that's why it hurts.
even
So
your headspace.
yeah, all
Because
of that.
you're always thinking about the person, what the person wants, how to make the person happy.
Exactly. How to love them with their love languages.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, yes, it is. So that's why it hurts.
Okay.
So your level of likeness for that person is what determines your level of commitment, which actually determines how much hurt you
You
are or you
when the
get
breakfast is
when
served.
you're served breakfast. All right. So back to your question, how I moved on. I I, I can't say for how I moved on then, but the most recent one I remember was that I just you said we're done. That's fine. I move on. I don't contact you. I don't say anything. I unfollow you on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, because I don't want to see posts that will remind
Yeah,
me
I don't
of
want to be
you.
triggered.
No. So I unfollow you across all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, Facebook. I don't want to see you.
Lock
Block
you out.
you if I must. I just block you out entirely. I don't want to see. I don't talk to you. And the person that I had then, after she served me the breakfast, she's the kind of person that she says she's cool with her exes. I don't want to be cool on that level.
Okay, we're
We're
going to
done.
get to that. Put a pin on that.
Okay.
Being cool with your ex. We're going to
Mm,
get to that. I
mm,
think it's BS. I really do think it's BS because I have two perspectives to it. But
Okay.
we'll get to it. Let's just continue.
All right. So I cut you off completely. We're done. We're done. I don't want you back. If you say you want to come back, there is a reason we broke up. That reason will keep ringing in my head. So I don't want you back. We're done. We're
Okay.
done.
So
That's
if
it.
that factor is still there,
Yeah.
if that reason of the reason why we broke up is still there,
Yeah.
then there's no point getting back
Getting back
together
together.
because the main factor why we broke
Yeah.
up in the first place, except it's fixed. Is that acceptable?
Fix. Now it depends on that reason. Some reasons are you cannot fix them. You
I
cannot
don't
fix some
think there's nothing
reasons.
you can't fix.
For example, you cheat on me.
Yeah, we can't fix that.
Yeah.
We can't fix that shit.
I mean,
We can't
we're
fix that shit,
done.
my brother. It's
We're
done.
done. There's
That's cool.
no,
That's
we're
cool.
done.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I agree with you when you say there are some reasons that can be fixed. But me personally, I don't want to know the reason. We're done. We're done.
And I think,
Because for that reason to happen or to come up and to get us to that point, it means that it's not fixable.
yeah,
Because if it's a problem, we can talk about the problem, fix it. We're not able to fix it. It happens again. It reoccurs.
mm-hmm.
We fix it. We try to talk about it. We fix it, and then we keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. And if it's a problem that is so huge that we cannot fix, it means it's not
It's not
fixable, and
fixable.
then
You
we're
just gotta
done.
let go.
Yes. So
True.
that's it. That's my point of view.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yes.
Ha. Okay. How did you take it?
How did I take it? Let me tell you how I found out. So
Okay, yeah. How did you find out? It's
so
always very interesting. Let me hear.
so what happened was the only time that okay, this was oh my god. So after that person that served me breakfast, I dated somebody else. This
Okay.
was immediately after secondary school,
Okay.
right? And then it was a bunch of or it was so many gaslighting. I was
Okay.
gaslit so many times. I saw messages on her phone. I actually gave her space first, and then I asked her about it. She got angry.
Yeah.
That why would I check
Defense
her?
mechanism.
Why would I check her phone? Blah blah. She tried to explain. She tried to explain, and then I just let it go. No wahala. We moved on. Now fast forward to the other time, the one that I can remember. So we were. Oh God. I really hope she doesn't see this video. And
Why
there's a
is it that
possibility
serious?
that she will say it. Well, anyways, fast forward to the one I remember. I checked her phone, and then I saw messages.
Why would you even check her phone?
I always like to check their phone
Why?
because if I do not check her phone, they'll be making or she'll be making a fool out of me.
Okay, wait.
Because me, I'll be thinking I have a loyal girlfriend.
Okay, wait. Let's finish up. Then we'll come to that issue of phone checking because I think it's. I
You know,
think
there are
it's
so
there.
many issues that we are coming back to now.
Yes,
There's
that's
one
number
that you
two.
said I can't even remember that one.
No, I can remember. Don't worry. Then
Okay.
that's number two.
Okay.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right. So I checked her phone, and then why did I check it? I wanted to use her. Okay. So yes, there was this song I liked. I was only on her phone. So I borrowed her phone to listen to the song. And then while I was listening to the song, I don't know what made me. I just checked her phone, and then I saw the messages, and then I was heartbroken. What I did, I don't know. I returned the phone with that part where she said she
The message was open.
yes, where she said that she loves the guy too. So I just gave it to her. She looked at it. She was shocked, and then that part started.
Why did you check my phone?
No, she didn't even. She wasn't angry that why. No, she wasn't. She was just trying to apologize, but the trust had already been broken.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into this other part. So the trust had been broken, and then there was no way I could trust her anymore. I told her I couldn't trust her anymore, and I was willing to, continue with the relationship. I didn't know any better. I was foolish. I can say that because now there's no way that's going to happen. So I was willing to continue with the relationship, only for her to serve me breakfast um, a couple of weeks after. We were on holidays.
Ha!
So she served me, and that happened.
So you
And
were fooled twice.
I mean, I said I was
Okay.
foolish, right? So
I mean, no, I think it's for me, it's experience. Now
yes,
you won't do such
yes,
again. Like, I
yes,
mean, you know better now.
yeah. Now I do know better, and now I've experienced it. I can now share my experience with people probably going through it right now,
And they don't even
or
know.
they're planning on going through it, or they might go into it. You get so it's good that I'm sharing my experience now. So that happened. She served me the breakfast while we were on holidays. I came back. Remember, I said that I tried to get back together with this person.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the one I tried to get back together. I think twice, and it didn't happen, and I let it go. Right?
Okay, so what was your healing process like? Moving on. Like,
Moving.
what
Okay.
did you do to make you, you know, You tried to get back with the person twice.
This was way after.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you deal with it? Like to the extent where you came to the terms with, okay, this person and I are no longer an item.
Okay.
That's like the final stage of heartbreak, acceptance and moving on.
Yeah.
So how, and a lot of guys are stuck in that cycle.
Yeah.
So how did you do it?
How did I do it? It was the same explanation I gave. So I cut them off completely because I don't
One,
want to see them. That's what I do. It's not like I have all the methods arranged in my head. So I
but
just
yeah,
keep
you just
dropping
had a,
them.
yeah.
So I cut them off
Mm-hmm.
across all social media platforms. I don't want to see them. I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to completely cut them off. That's one. Two, what I do is I, try to put myself into another relationship, situationship,
Isn't it
just
too early?
just so that I can. Some people might call it rebound.
Oh, so you use rebound.
So yes.
Hmm.
So
That's another technique.
I
Rebound.
mean, yeah. So what I do is I try to focus on something else, either my goals or that relationship, that situationship. So
Okay.
I'm liking this person, this other person. Now, this is a person that subconsciously and consciously I'm trying to think about. I'm
To
starting to
replace
like
the other
to
person
replace that person. I either use my goals, my ambitions to replace, or
and just focus.
yes, focus on my ambitions, my goals. Is either I use both the situationship and my ambitions, or I use just my goals, or I use just the situationship. Whichever one works for you, you can do that.
Okay.
So I was using my situationship at the time to move on from this person. So I tried to, jump into another situationship, into another relationship, so that I can start liking this person and start forgetting how much I liked this person. So that was like the second method, the second,
Technique.
and then afterwards, I think that's basically what I do. Just those two. I try to erase them, and then I try to move on immediately or as fast as possible. And yeah, I think that's about it. Those are two methods I
So you don't
use.
try for closure. You don't try to like find out
Find
like,
out
okay,
why. No, closure is overrated.
why? Why do you think it's overrated? I don't think it is. I'm still seeking closure from something.
Because okay, so now it depends. If it's a relationship, they broke up with you, and they are not bold enough, not mature enough to tell you why they broke up with you, then what do you want to use the reason.
Hmm.
For
True.
for
What?
example, now
What?
my ex, when I told you about I met after secondary school, she broke up with me. I can't remember why, whether she told me or she didn't. I still cannot remember why. But let's say she didn't. There's nothing I want to use the reason for now.
Now.
So I
True.
don't need the closure. I
True.
don't need it at all.
True. True. Okay. So now let me go back to that first thing that we put a pin on,
Yeah,
which is being cool with your ex.
yeah,
For me, I have two perspectives about it. First of all, if you've left a relationship with someone, yeah, and you're now in a relationship with me,
mm.
I don't want to hear of communication between you and your ex. It
It's
makes
as
me feel
simple as
like
that.
there's still something in between the
It's as
two.
simple as that.
That's one.
Yeah.
Two, I'm also at that level of, I would say, maturity. I don't know if it's maturity or just letting things go,
Mm.
where I don't really care how much you hurt me. I've come to a stage where what has happened has happened. We're all imperfect. Let's
Yeah.
just fucking move on. So if we're still in contact, it has to be for something valuable.
Yeah.
So take for example, I'm in contact with one of my exes.
Mm.
We don't talk like back and forth, but there are times where hello hi just pops up. Oh, I'm just checking in on you. Oh, cool.
Don't,
How
don't,
you doing? How
don't,
is it?
don't check your
And
phone.
then like she does that occasionally. I just get that text, that
Mm.
maybe even a reply, a response to my status, and I'm just like, oh, cool. Just a brief conversation,
Okay.
and then that's it.
Okay.
There's really nothing there anymore.
Mm.
So for me, I think it has to, whatever the communication is,
Mm.
has to be of value.
Yeah.
What if we were partners? What if we were business partners and we were dating, and then our business is still going? So should we cut communication and kill the business?
Well, you guys can actually call that business off. Go your
Ah,
separate ways.
business where they bring money.
Yeah, you can create your own now.
No, I don't agree. I
Nothing.
know they
There's
like business. I know they
wait.
spoil business
Hold
like
on.
that.
Hold on. There is nothing wrong with both of you being competitors.
True,
You can be in the same
but it's
game,
going to
the
be
same
toxic
industry. Toxic how?
because now she's good. Women are more emotionally inclined than men.
Okay.
Women make more emotional decisions
Yes.
than men.
Yes.
So she's more likely to make more emotional decisions business wise.
Okay. That's
Now
why you
that
need
I'm
to
a
cut.
compete,
That's why you
that's
need to
why I need to
cut.
compete.
Yes. That's why you need to cut her off, even at the business level, because you guys are done. She's emotional. You are logical. You can still go on with the business because you're logical, you're the man, or she's emotional, and then she might be making emotional decisions that would ruin the business. That's why you need to even cut the business off. Become a competitor.
That's
Make your
another
own
thing.
logic reasoning, your own logic decisions, make your money. She can go ahead and make her own emotional reasons, decisions, and ruin the business. That's her business.
Okay,
But you
so
still have
lọ́rọ̀
yours.
kan,
Yeah.
lọ́rọ̀ kan like this,
Yeah.
you don't believe that, you should stay in touch with your ex,
No, I
even
don't.
if it was a cordial breakup.
No. Even if it was good, we're cool. I can see you in a year and still, what's
Oh,
up?
hello,
Hi.
hi.
That's all.
Pion.
Why you see my status? You cannot even see my status because I deleted your number.
Okay, wait. So the thing here is, I have a philosophy: don't burn bridges.
Okay. Okay.
Even if the experience was bad, whatever it was, I have that philosophy: do not burn bridges.
But don't
So
forget, I
wait,
said that
I
if you
blocked.
see her,
Wait. Let me finish.
okay.
I blocked people.
Yeah.
I blocked. In fact, I blocked, like block, delete,
Yeah.
the normal block, delete, or
Mhm.
everywhere on social media.
Yeah.
There's a particular ex of mine that can only reach me through email.
Okay.
Like, and I would not like. I wouldn't even open it once I see it
Mhm.
because that's the only channel that she has left.
Okay.
And I don't use my email except it's for business or work or something serious.
Okay.
Sure, you understand? So for me, it's the level of what's it called, awareness that we both have.
Okay.
The ex that I said I in contact with,
Mm.
there was really, like, a couple of years ago, there was really nothing. It wasn't really a serious relationship. It was a relationship, it was cool, it was good, but it wasn't deep,
Okay.
right? And then it got to a point where we all just got tired of each other. Like,
Okay.
what are we really doing? Let's call it quits. So it wasn't that much of a stab to the heart.
Mhm.
So there's still that, I didn't have to go through that serious withdrawal step. I've had to
Yeah.
go through that with other,
Yeah. All of your
but
exes.
I didn't have to go through that with her particularly. So I
Mm.
guess that's why there's still that contact. To be fair, right? I don't even know what she's doing. Like, I don't know what she does for a living. I don't know if she's in Lagos
Yeah.
or I just know that once in a while that text just pops up
The
here and
email.
there, and that's it.
Okay.
Sure you get no, that one is different
Okay.
from the
Okay.
email
Okay.
person.
Okay.
Sure you get. So I feel like you shouldn't be in touch with your ex,
But you shouldn't
pending.
burn the bridge.
Yeah, you shouldn't also burn the bridge.
Like
Sure
I
you
yeah.
get.
All right. So like I said, you guys are cool.
Yeah.
Whether it was a cordial breakup or it was messy, you guys are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're mature now.
And
You guys
that's
are
what I'm
cool.
saying. The level of awareness that we
Yeah,
both have.
yeah, you guys are cool. But it doesn't mean that I still have your contact. No, I don't want to contact you.
You
If I
guys,
see
you
you,
guys, these guys fatalistic.
if I
You say
see
I don't
you,
want your
I
contact.
don't want to. No, we're done. Just go. Leave me alone. If I see you outside, you can greet. Hi, what's up? How are you? And that's it. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. That's
To
all.
move on.
That's
True.
all. So the issue of the bridge is not burned. We are still,
But you don't block them now. You don't
I don't block her. But I just saw her and then we spoke. We exchanged pleasantries. We're good. The bridge is not burned. Now it doesn't mean that if she sees me and she has an opportunity for me, hey Jay, I need you to. I have this client for you. This we can still, do that. And if I have an opportunity for her, whenever I see her, and if I don't see her, I don't get a number again. I will
you
give
don't
another
go.
person. One man's misfortune is another
That
man's
man's,
blessing.
true.
So, and if she doesn't see me or if she tries to contact me, I've blocked her, it means that she'll give somebody else. My misfortune is another person's blessing. Good.
Okay, so now let's talk about, the phone thing.
Okay.
Personally, yeah,
Mm.
I experienced it a lot in a relationship. It's the email girl,
Yeah.
yeah, I experienced it a lot. It's hard. Like constantly checking my phone. I wasn't exactly a saint in the
Oh, she
relationship.
was constantly checking your phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't exactly a saint in the relationship. She wasn't a saint either. We're both,
Did you check her phone?
I don't think I ever did.
So how do you know she wasn't listening?
Because I just know.
Okay. There are signs.
A
Yes.
man just knows.
Yeah,
There
there
are
are signs.
signs,
Yeah.
except you're dumb.
Yeah.
Look, I choose not to talk,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
It doesn't mean that I don't see or I'm blind or I'm
Mm.
not
Mm.
aware. I
Mm.
can see them.
Mm.
But the thing is, when you are confronting a woman, even when you have facts like this,
Still try to
they go
gaslight
still
you.
scatter 'em. So you understand?
Mm.
So why go through all that stress when you can just have peace and
Mm.
just play dumb? You understand? Just keep quiet and let the whole thing play out. So I feel like, why do I have to? Okay, so take for example, let's use you as example. You went through your ex's phone and then you showed her that, oh, I saw this and this, and then she turns everything to war. Why would you check my phone? There's that emotional blackmail.
Wait,
There's that.
I checked her phone and then I saw that she was cheating.
Yes.
She can turn into war now. The relationship is over now. You don't finish now. Ah,
What
why should
did
war?
it turn out to war?
Why should turn out to war? No problem now. There's no issue. Turn it to war. I check your phone. Well, is that what's really important? I caught you cheating on me, and what's important to you is the fact that I
I
checked
checked
your
the
phone.
phone.
Like, well,
Okay, so for me, I feel like, first of all, I had my privacy violated and I was being disrespected
okay,
because my phone is like an extension of my brain.
yes,
I write a lot of things
Yeah.
in there in
Yeah.
my notes. I write
Yes.
like there's a lot of things on my phone apart from maybe even you want to check, maybe somebody's sending me nudes,
Yeah.
all those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like even in a relationship, there are things that I can't share with my partner.
Okay.
People who I like to deny this that oh you should share everything. It's a lie. It's fucking bullshit.
Then where's the mystery in the relationship if you're sharing everything?
That's one.
Yeah.
Two, the reason why I think you can't share everything with your partner is because I recently experienced this.
Okay.
Women misunderstand some simple things sometimes.
Yeah.
Like very simple things. I was having a conversation and something just popped up about something that happened in school about 15 years ago.
Okay.
The next thing I see is like long, when women send long text
Epistle.
messages,
Yeah.
problem don't be that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I just threw the phone down and I ignored it for days. Now she later can call me.
Interesting
I'm like,
message.
you can't stress me. I've told you, you can't stress. And I have that mantra. You can't stress me. So there's that thing of there are things that I can't tell my partner. Why? Because of the way they take it. Two, because of mystery. Like, you go see me finish.
Yeah.
Then three, there are some things that, they really don't need to know. It's not important to the survival of the relationship or both. Like, you don't even know everything about your partner too. You don't. So there are some things that you can't tell your partner, or you would naturally want to keep away from your partner. So now that made me feel, her constantly checking my phone, and this was way back in school. I'm sure you know this person. That made me feel
The person
violated.
that I know or the other person.
I don't know which other one.
There was one.
And then there was another.
Yeah.
Is another.
The other. Okay.
It's another.
It's the one that.
No, don't worry, I
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Okay, so it made me feel violated a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of the times. And then
You know, you know why they laugh?
and that's how I dey laugh. God, God forgive us.
Good. It's like I want.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man.
Alright, go on.
All right, so it made me feel violated a lot, and it was somewhat oppressive.
Okay.
And I don't think I tried to recall it. Maybe even there was a time because I had access to her.
Okay.
Like I tried to recall it. Was there a time that I even tried? Like, okay, let me even try and see, you know. But the thing is, I didn't need to because the signs
You
were
were
there.
there.
Even though at the time some of the signs were unclear, but they were there. I had that thing in my head that okay, this might be going on. This is happening. But there was no evidence. Now I didn't bother to pursue it because there were a lot. Like I said, we're both imperfect in the whole thing. So I think for me, it's a violation of the what's it called, the individualism of the other person, no matter how you want to see it. Because if you look at it from time, people always safeguard their diaries with their life. If you check someone's in the US, if you check someone's mail, it's a federal offense, it's a felony. If you check if you take someone else's email and open it, because it's a federal property that has been sent to that person because there's a postal on it. If you open that person's email, that's a felony. That person can charge you that broken the federal law. So you understand what the gravity of breaking a federal law is, right? So now let's bring it down to what would you say is averagely someone's diary or memoir or what's it called? Notes today. It's the person's phone.
Yeah.
Averagely. Because I'm using me as example now. For me, I have notes, poems, dreams. I write my dreams down. Not like life dreams or dreams that I actually have overnight. I write them down. And there's some crazy shit in there that I don't want you to know. So imagine you going through my phone and seeing like some stuff, and it's like you getting full access into my head, even to the dark parts that I do not want anybody to. So I feel like it is a total violation. Even if na message you go check, will be say, okay, fine, you don't suspect say she dey cheat on you. Instead of going through her phone for the confirmation, why not just confront her fragrantly without evidence? Like just fucking throw it in her face, like, I just saw your text. Even though you didn't say anything, I just saw your text. So you've been doing this for how long?
Yeah.
Don't give any details. Be very, very, vague about it. Let the reaction be your evidence. You understand? Let that person's reaction be your. If that person is clean, if that person is not, you know, guilty of the accusation that you're bringing for, the reaction will be different from, even if she's trying to pretend and try to cover it up and play whatever. Guy, you go physically say, okay, no, something is off here. So I feel like that checking of phone thing for me, because if my partner checks my phone, like I've always been a victim. Okay, so recently it happened too,
Okay.
but I tried to be cool about it because I thought, eh, how do I handle this? Like, why? So it means you don't even trust me enough that you have that thing in your head that he's up to something, and the only way I can find out is if I can check the people that he's talking to. And the crazy thing is, I shouldn't be stupid enough to leave evidence lying around. It happens. It happens. You get to that point where you get very comfortable, and you feel invincible, like nothing go happen, and you forget maybe to wipe the chart or whatever. You leave the evidence there. But I feel like it's an entire violation of the next person's individuality. It shouldn't be accepted. And people who do it, people people who use it as tool, one, it means you don't trust the person. Two, it means that you should be able to accept such a thing if it's being done to you. So if you can check my phone for evidence, that means me too, I should be able to check your phone. Because my brother, nobody is holy. Everybody is guilty of one crime or the other.
Okay.
So that's my take on it.
I don't agree with you on that one because the kind of person I am, I'm not saying I've not cheated. I've cheated before.
Everybody has.
But right
Nobody
now
is
I
a
don't.
saint.
Right now I don't. Not anymore.
Yeah, we get to that level where
So
it's no, no,
if
it's
I'm
not.
with you, I'm with just you, only you. I block any other person off. Right. So if you want to check my phone, no problem. My last relationship, I knew her password. She knew my password. She knew password to my laptop. She knew everything, and I did not mind because I wasn't
I don't
doing
agree.
shit. I wasn't doing anything. I actually did not mind. I actually did not mind. And where I'm different from you is I don't write down everything.
I
You
got to.
do, I don't. So if I need to tell you something or if you need to know something, it is until I tell you. You check my phone, you might not see it. It is when I want to tell you, when I think, okay, you need to know or you need to know this aspect, that's what I tell you.
So you compartmentalize whatever you tell the person.
Yes. All right, so that's what happens with me. Now, it has happened before where I checked her phone and then I tried to confront her. I told you she gaslit me and she tried to change the whole thing, tried to explain, and then I let it go. So what I do now is once I check the phone, I see something I don't like, something I'm not pleased with. It's not like I
There will
confront.
always be something, my brother.
No, no. I understand if a guy is trying to, and then you, because you have me, you're trying to, chase that person off. You're trying to tell the person, or you've constantly told the person that, okay, I'm with this person, but the guy is still, one year. You
Pestering
still want.
you. Yeah, that one
I
day normal.
understand. But when you're now giving him,
You're
ways,
playing around.
you're playing around, then
You're trying to be smart.
that's not acceptable. You get me? So when I check the phone, I see what I want to see. If it's pleasing to me, fine. If it's not, no problem. I didn't even end it immediately. I didn't even tell you about it.
No,
I just know that
that's
afterwards,
nah. For me,
I just know
that's
that
not
afterwards,
the
after
relationship. Don't end
right
silently.
there and there, it was ended.
God, that
But it now depends on when I choose now to end
to
it.
call it off.
Yes.
But wouldn't that be just pulling the person on, like just dragging the person along?
What were they doing to me?
Hmm.
What were they doing to me? They were dragging me
I never
along
thought
too.
about it that way. True,
They were
true,
dragging me along too.
true, true,
Dragging
true.
the other person along too. Let's see who wins.
Let me ask you: do you think it's more what's it called? Do you think it's more sustainable to stay in an open relationship? Like, let's all agree that okay,
Mm,
everybody cheats at some point in time. Everybody does something. Even though some people might try to be narcissistic and say, no, I never cheated
mm,
or I would never cheat. Also, everybody does that at some point.
mm.
It gets to a stage where you move on and you're like, okay, I'm no longer into this. But everybody has to go through that stuff at some
Everybody,
point.
as in every guy or everybody.
Everybody,
No, some
guy or
ladies have
girl,
not cheated.
guy in a lie.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I've met some ladies that have not cheated.
It's not
I've met a
until
lot of them.
Jide, it's not until she has sex or
Yeah, yeah. That's cheating starts from when you start to catch feelings for somebody else
not even
that's not
just feelings.
your
The moment you begin to entertain somebody else's what's it called? I don't know how to put it.
advances.
Advances
Yeah.
when you're already in a relationship.
Mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. That's when it starts.
So
Yeah,
now
I
my
agree.
question is, I just want to ask this briefly. I just want your opinion on this. We'll
Mm,
still get back to the main topic.
okay.
Do you think it's more profitable to stay in an open relationship? Like where everybody knows that okay,
Mm,
we're not exclusive with each other,
mm,
or just tie yourself,
mm.
to one person and say, okay, we are in this together. Or pretend to tie yourself to one person and still, see other people.
Okay. Well, my
This one is
personal.
personal,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You
So my personal opinion, my personal take on this, I can never do an open relationship
why?
because it will be a loss for me. Because, like I said, I don't cheat. Even when I'm not exclusive with somebody, we're just fucking around. It's still that person. Because God forbid now, if I should catch disease, I know that
Where you want
this is
straight
the
now, yeah,
person.
it come from.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I don't, because if I'm doing this person, we're good. I see somebody else, I like, okay, I'm done with this person. I move on
Let's
to
move
this.
on. Oh, so you're serial monogamist.
Something like that.
It's not something like that. You're fully serial
Something like
monogamist.
that. So it's one person at a time for me. Whether we're exclusive, whether we're not exclusive, one person at a time. So open relationship, pretend to be, no, I tell you. That's another thing I cannot do. Pretend to be in love with you just to get the, no, I don't do that.
Nah,
I don't do
no,
that.
maybe we did that as kids. Maybe I
Yes,
did it
as
as
yeah,
kids.
yeah,
But now
definitely.
we just go
Now,
straight to the
now,
point. If you're
now.
not interested, get
Yeah,
the fuck out.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So now I don't do that anymore. So I tell you how it is. If it's just knocks, we
Let's
do
let's
that.
agree and
And
move.
if I want to be in a committed relationship with you, I also tell you that we do that, and then we follow that, that path, and we
And
see where it
stay true to
leads.
it. Okay, so now let's get back to it. So, what would you say has been the toughest experience for you when it came to moving on?
Moving
Like, which of
on.
your relationships or which of you know your relationships that ended was it toughest for you to move on from, and why? Yeah, level of commitment,
Yeah.
but I think there's also there will usually be an underlying something, maybe a particular form of attachment to the person.
Okay. So I've been in a lot. What I mean, a lot of relationships.
How old are you?
A lot.
When you say a lot, put a number on it.
I don't want to put a number to it, but last time I stopped counting was over 20.
That's not bad. That's
Over
not bad.
20. Like, that was when I stopped counting. Like, there was no point counting
Okay,
anymore.
that's bad.
Like, I've been in a lot.
That's wrong,
The
my
part
guy.
where I'm not proud of this. The part where I cheated,
Everybody does
more
that.
than two,
I
three.
mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, hold on. I think it's just right that we admit that somehow
Mm,
it's wrong.
yeah, it is.
It's wrong. It's deceitful.
Mm,
So yeah, I think I would say for me, I would say okay, it's wrong. I accept I was wrong. I accept I did wrong.
mm,
But everybody fucks up. Everybody shits the bed at some point.
yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right. So, what were we talking about?
How hard was it for you to move on?
Okay. So, yes. At the time, it was still the same person. Now, like I was saying, I was trying to say that I have
This
dated a
person
lot.
had a whole hold on you, my brother.
I've dated a lot. But out of the people that I've dated, there's just one that actually
You
stands
know.
out every time.
Okay,
It's
okay. There's
even
always that one. Yeah.
always, I've moved on. I'm no longer, but there was that one person. Out of all of them, just one person. And that one, it was hard for me to move on at the time because it was hard serving breakfast in secondary school.
Oh, the one you were fooled by twice.
Yes, that one. So it was when and I told you that she's the kind of person that she likes to be cool with her exes, right? So we're exes,
You
she
could say she's a
was,
manipulator.
and she was trying to, check up on me, see how I'm doing. And what I did was really, really immature. Like it was so childish.
What was it?
She would text me, "What's up? How are you?" And then I'll insult her, be rude, be
Yeah,
disrespectful.
you were paid, my guy. You were
I
paid
was, but I handled it
the wrong
poorly.
way. Yeah, but
I
then
agree, and I am ashamed of it. I'm not proud of it. But it was what I did. And this person kept on checking up on me,
well,
kept
probably
on
because she knew
texting
that
me.
she hurt you.
Maybe, maybe.
Okay.
But she just kept on. We went, we would go for years not talking. And then out of the blues, she'll text me, "What's up? How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Just checking up on you. I want to catch up." And then at some point, I just knew that, okay, it was enough of the insult, the disrespect. I just knew it was
Let's
enough.
just be cool.
Yes. So we're cool, but like I said, I will not text you. Fast forward to a couple of years, she was texting me, and then this person, I had not gotten over this person. So I was trying to get her back. And then I tried and tried and kept trying, kept trying. This was when I'd moved on from my immature state where, okay, I stopped disrespecting her, I stopped being rude, I stopped insulting her, and then we're cool. I was trying to get back together with her. It didn't happen until after
Why?
like 7 years.
Like I want to know why. Like
Why?
what drew you to that point where you like, okay, I want to get back to with this person
Because,
despite the trauma.
like I said, she's been the only one that stood out.
Okay, so there's that form of attachment. There's
Maybe,
something that
maybe,
you just couldn't let go of. An
maybe,
element.
maybe. I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is, but
Is or worse.
what it is, or what it was, rather. What it was.
Okay.
No, what it was. No, what it was. What it was.
All right. All right.
Nah, nah. Now, she's moved on
You're
and
a
moved
grown
on.
man.
All that is. Even if she wants to come back tomorrow now, I'll
Okay.
rather stay single. So, um, that for me was the hardest for me to move on because she kept texting me back to back. There was no room for me to detach myself because I wanted to detach. I wanted to remove myself. I wanted to block her across all social media platforms. It was impossible because I was here in school. If I don't see her in school, she would try to reach out to me via text, via SMS, via then there was it Nimbus or
Yeah, Nimbus.
yeah.
Yo, that
So
up.
to go, she would
That was a
try.
long time ago, man.
So she would try, and it was just impossible for me to cut her off. So it was hard for me to move on. Even after I tried to cut her off, I gained admission to university. She was still trying to gain admission. It was hard for me.
Okay, so here's my opinion. I think pre um pre university relationships don't count. The reason I say that is because I think that's like the prototype
Okay.
that you get
Mm,
for dating
okay.
as guys, like young people generally. I think that's like the prototype.
Okay.
I've heard of cases where um secondary school lovers eventually got married or they broke up and still ended up together.
Mm,
There's that there are the exceptions, not
mm,
the rule. But I believe that the rule is that those people that you think you love in secondary school, no be true love. It's just teenagers going through raging emotions that they're like trying to like understand and define.
okay.
So you get to and you're in an environment where there's also constant peer pressure from other teenagers,
Mm,
not necessarily telling you to do it, but
mm,
you seeing them do it.
mm,
Because I remember one of the reasons why I got into a relationship in secondary school was because other guys were having babes.
okay.
So it
So
felt like the cool thing to do to have a babe.
now when I was in secondary school, I was one of those other guys that were having babies. So I told her I was aging to.
You see, you
So
see.
I was
Why?
if
What was your reason in the first place?
I mean, from the beginning of this podcast, you said something. Now, when I was in secondary school, I had a lot of girls, a lot of ladies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
had a crush. So I
They
had
they're always circling
crushes.
fine boys.
Yes.
It's normal. It's normal.
So,
Fine boy,
so
fine
I had
boy.
that a lot. I had that a lot. So that was why. And even from one class, I had. So now it was not hard for me to pick. Now, funny thing is, who I eventually
Picked.
picked was a joke. Like I was just let me test and see how I can play, how I can juggle to. So I did not mean to. The
You were
heart,
not really serious.
I will. The heart wants what it wants. So I did not know that it was actually this person I really like, because when I was told that this person had a crush on me, I just laughed.
Ah,
Now there was this other one, the one I dated then. So it was her I liked. The other person was just, it was not the other person that now, the person that me I liked now
that
turned
served you
out. No,
breakfast.
she did serve me breakfast. It
Okay.
was me that served her breakfast. It
Hi.
was the person that I thought that, I laughed over, was not the person that I now liked. And now served me the breakfast. You see the irony of life.
Okay, so I think that's what I think that's why I
Now,
believe that
now you
it's just prototype.
now you said that people in relationships in secondary school,
Mm-hmm.
it's prototype. Now, don't forget that it's from secondary school that people say they found their first love.
Yeah.
So how do you find your first love if the love wasn't real?
Hmm. Okay, let me answer that question. How do you find your first love if the love wasn't real?
If say your first love was in secondary school.
Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you what I've recently come to understand about love. Um, everybody understands the definition of love differently.
Yes.
Everybody loves differently.
Love means differently to
Love
different
even means
people.
different things to people,
Yeah.
and then people experience love differently.
Yeah.
So what you say is love in secondary school
Mm.
is like you understanding the basics of intimate human relationship.
Mm.
It's not necessarily love. Now, because your emotions are stronger then,
Mm.
your feelings are more, they are raw, they are unprocessed at that point. It feels more genuine.
Mm.
So you think is that was my first true love. I can tell you categorically that at some point in my life, I believe that I have never loved a person. I've never loved a woman. Like I sat down and asked myself, like, okay, if I'll go by what I want, what I feel like love is to
Mm.
me, what
Mm.
love should be,
Mm.
I have never experienced love from a woman. And I have never loved another woman. I almost got it at some point,
Mm.
but then she happened. So I feel like you cannot say that secondary school love
Mm.
is true love. Yes, they love you because they love you at that point, even when you don't have iPhone, you are not rich, you don't have money, you just have sharp data and you know maths. So you get. But you see, the truth is basic human instinct. Women are attracted to men for at least one quality that is unique in them
Mm.
and they can't find in other people.
Okay.
So I'm sure if you ask at least maybe 5 women that you've been with, they're each going to have different reasons why they're attracted to you. The same way you have different reasons why you're attracted to different people.
Yeah.
So women naturally have that quality.
Mm.
So you cannot judge, you can't use that as the basis to judge and say, oh, the love that we experienced as teenagers is what you define as true love. Matter of fact, right now, if let's say you are in love with somebody and maybe you're head over heels in love with that person, and it's the feelings are there, it's all very strong. If that person breaks up with you tomorrow, depending on how open-minded you are, you might meet someone who will give you an entirely different experience that
Yeah.
you say, oh, okay, this is the supreme definition of love.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
I
understand?
agree with what you just said, because not until after having experienced all of
Others,
these that I know that what I felt for that person was actually love. Because now I can say that other people I have thought that I loved
look,
wasn't love. I just liked them to a level, to a really, really large extent.
okay, so
But say love, I don't think I was ever in love with these people like I was with.
okay, so how do you cross the line from like to love?
Well, it
Like,
depends
how do
on.
you know that I no longer just like this person, I love this person?
Well, for me, there are so many things that lead that. There are so many ways for that to happen. And
Tell me like two.
two, well, level of attraction.
Okay.
Level of attraction, that's one. Two, um, what I'm willing to do for the
Do
person.
for the person.
You get. So there are some people that
How
okay, they
far you're
need,
willing to go.
yeah, I can't do it. I'm sorry. But this person, even if I cannot do it, I will still try. I will try everything I can to make sure that I get it done. That's how I know that okay, this person, I like this person, I
I
love
love
them.
this person. Okay, so let me ask you, what advice would you give um guys, young guys,
Mm,
probably even maybe teenagers, because I checked the demographics,
mm,
and I found out that people from 18 to 35 are the ones that watch this content the most. What advice would you give young guys, especially teenagers, when it comes to heartbreak, love, moving on?
Um,
Heartbreak, love, moving on. Like
Heartbreak,
that.
love.
Sorry, love, heartbreak, moving on. Like that.
Okay, love. Now, be sure that it is something you want to get yourself into.
One.
Yeah. So if you want to let yourself go and be in love with this person or that person, make sure that you are sure. Because if it ends up in a heartbreak, you are sure that it was your decision to go into
Into
it.
that.
So
Yeah.
whatever comes
You
with
don't
the
feel guilty.
heartbreak, it was your fault. It was you that decided that it is something you wanted to do.
Okay.
That's love and that's heartbreak. Now moving on, just adopt the methods I've told you. Detach yourself from them and
No contact.
find somebody else. I'm not saying you beef them, I'm not saying you're not cool with them. You're cool with them, but do
You
not.
know, just
What are you talking to them for? What do you want to say that you cannot tell somebody else? You want to gist, you don't have other friends you can gist
guys
with.
this thing.
You want to gist with a lady, you don't have any other lady friend that you can gist with, that has to be your ex. Come on. I feel like there's nothing you want to say that you cannot say with somebody else that you must say to your ex. So just let her go, let him go, let them go, and move on. Focus on something else, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Focus on all of that and try to make money. If you must,
Yeah, try to make money, my nigga.
very important. So if you must, I mean, but you know, if I would have what they say, and you want to get some,
Enjoy yourself. Get some.
definitely you can do that too. While you're achieving your goals, while you're trying to smash your goals, you can also get some too on the side. And
To smash.
if you want to now be in a committed relationship with that person, that's up to you. If not, make it clear. Tell them that this is what you want, this is what you're going into. Let them know what they also
And getting
getting
into.
into with you.
Stop fucking deceiving people.
Exactly. Do not pretend, do not say that you love them when you actually don't. It's just the pussy you want. No. So first, love, heartbreak. Now moving
Moving on.
on. Don't talk now.
All right. Thank you very much
You.
for your time
Wow.
and the notes and experiences.
Um,
Hi, gentlemen. It's been a very wonderful one. And this is Jay. It's been very, very wonderful. I just want to thank him and then thank you as usual for, you that are always watching my videos to the end. I mean, you are the main reason why I keep coming back.
yeah. You're
So I
MVP.
really do appreciate it. And if you've not subscribed, if you're watching this for the first time, or maybe you're a returning viewer and you still haven't subscribed,